Hey, how's it going? SoresanCrockxen here with another update. So I posted this morning on Twitter that we have another hurricane on the way, Hurricane Maria, and it's gotten a lot worse over the course of the day. It's picked up a lot of force over the course of the day. I believe right now it should be entering some of the lower islands. Tomorrow morning, it should be landing around the U.S. Virgin Islands / the British, Virgin Islands, and then according to the forecast, it should be hitting us either tomorrow night or Wednesday morning. As of right now, it is a Category 5 hurricane, so pretty much the same as Irma, except for the fact that this one is a little bit worse because it's actually going to go through Puerto Rico. So this right here is a map of Puerto Rico and the general area around it. I'm gonna show you guys the differences between Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Maria. They're both Category 5s, but they're doing different things here. So I think for Hurricane Irma, we're gonna put it. Let's see what kind of color. I think I'm gonna put an orange color for Hurricane Irma with the number 5 to signify that it was a Category 5 before it got here. Up here, and then Hurricane Maria, we're going to put it down here. We're going to give it a yellow color and also a number 5 because it is a Category 5 hurricane. The path of Irma, when I mentioned in the last video that it was going to cover the whole island, I meant it because of how big the storm was. The eye itself kept moving upwards, so the eye never actually touched land here. But we did get the surrounding winds of it and the surrounding storm, so we got a lot of rain and mild winds. In my area, it turned out not to be as bad. We did lose power for a couple of days, as I said, but we didn't get the worst part of it. The East Coast, on the other hand, took the more blunt from it. Now, the difference between Irma, as you see right here, it went upwards, so then it went up. Maria, on the other hand, is coming through the south. It's literally southeast, and it's going to enter the country. The eye itself will be entering the country from the southeast and slowly moving upwards northwestern. The whole hurricane itself is going to touch land here. We are not in a safe place. There's nowhere for us to get out. There's a lot of people going insane because there's food shortages. There's still people. There's at least 20-something% of the population that's still without power from Hurricane Irma. Imagine now with Hurricane Maria hitting us. So the current trajectory of Hurricane Maria is that it's going to move upwards and it's going to enter around this particular area and it's going to exit around this particular area. So while Hurricane Irma is still technically a much worse storm, it had, I believe, 108. I think the last recorded before it landed or before it got to our area was 185 miles per hour winds and stuff like that. It wasn't as bad of a storm as what we're going to get hit now because this, like I said in the other part, the eye never touched us. In this case, the eye is going right through us, and this one's going to bring a lot of rain. Like, I remember around like 2 to 3 p.m. this afternoon, they were speculating that we're going to get around 25 inches of rain. That's a lot. There's going to be flooding here around the general area. The coastlines are dangerous. There's people who are going to lose their homes. I could lose my home. I don't freaking know. The thing is, the storm is literally, the eye of the storm is going to be near my town. It's, well, I mean, not super near, but it's going to be near, and that's freaking terrifying. There's nowhere to go though. There's nowhere to go. A lot of the smaller islands, their people came here seeking refuge, and now we're getting hit by it. And the trajectory is not moving. The forecast has not moved at all, except for the fact that it was going slower for a bit this morning, but now it's picked up speed. And the reason for the trajectory not changing is because of Hurricane Jose, who is just chilling up there in the ocean, just making ruckus everywhere. And because of that system over there, it's not helping our case. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm going to try to record as much as possible in the small amount of time that I have. Tomorrow I technically have work because they told us that we have to work. Oh, you have to work until you lose power, blah, blah, blah. You got to cover. It's stupid. I think it's really idiotic that they're not thinking. Obviously, they gave us the ability to work from home. But it's still stupid that I expect you to work when there's a freaking storm that's right next door. Like, I love my job, don't get me wrong, but the higher ups are really stupid. And not only that, they expect us to go back to work on Friday. There's no way in hell this storm is going to let us go to work on Friday. Those roads are going to be atrocious. Also, I'm sick, so that doesn't help anything. But I'm making this video for you guys, just like I did with Hurricane Irma. I might be gone again, and this time more than likely for a lot longer. Hurricane Irma knocked the power for 3 days, and we didn't get the worst of it. We got a mild annoyance. We did get like trees falling down and a creek overflowing, but for the most part, we were fine here, and we still had no power for 3 days. This one is going to be right next to us, my town, next to my town. There's no way in hell we're not losing power. The whole island is fucked, essentially. This is they said in the news earlier today, like around like 8:30 p.m. in the news. This is the first Category 5 hurricane landing in Puerto Rico since 1926. You know how crazy that is? That has been almost an entire century since the last time this type of hurricane hit the country. And with our infrastructure completely getting worse and deteriorating every year, we're not going to make it. This is going to be bad. I'm being serious. This is actually going to be bad. So, you're probably not going to hear from me for a while. So, just keep that in mind. If I don't post anything, if I don't talk on Twitter, if anything happens, you probably won't know. And I won't. And if something does happen here, and I might not even be able to tell you it all. You've basically just been... Obviously, if I don't talk to you guys for like a year, just know that I'm probably dead. That's basically what I need. Like, I can't even give you guys an estimate of how long we're going to be down, because there's no telling. This is an actual catastrophe. We need a miracle for this thing to like lower down in power by the time it gets here tomorrow. Which is not going to happen. At most, it'll increase even more, which is going to make it even worse. But just letting you guys know, this is another potential goodbye. Who knows what's going to happen? Just keep me in your thoughts. If you're not religious, I'm not going to ask you guys to pray for me. But if you are, do it. I would really appreciate it. And we'll see how this goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being here for me. And I'll see you guys if I can.